The Voice Vista Podcast, venture by Pooja Prasoon. हल्लीचं युग हे डिजिटल युग आहे. मात्र जेवढ्या झपाट्याने डिजिटल क्रांती होत आहे तेवढ्याच झपाट्याने सायबर क्राईम देखील वाढतायत. द व्हॉइस विस्टा प्रस्तुत मॅटर्स दॅट मॅटर, जे आहे एक कॅन्डिड अर्थात वन टेक अनएडिटेड पॉडकास्ट. आणि या पॉडकास्टचा आजचा विषय आहे सायबर थ्रेट्स अँड ऑनलाईन बाईंग. आजचे गेस्ट आहेत अप्रिसे सोल LLP चे CIO विकास नाईक. विकासजी या एपिसोडमध्ये सायबर थ्रेट्स अँड ऑनलाईन बाईंग सारख्या वाढत्या समस्या ओळखणे तसेच डिजिटल सेफ्टीसाठी टिप्स देणार आहेत. सो लेट्स डाइव्ह इन अँड अंडरस्टँड व्हाय स्टेइंग सिक्युअर ऑनलाईन इज अ मॅटर दॅट मॅटर्स.
Hello everyone, I Advocate Ashwini Deshpande welcome you to Voice Vista podcast, Matters That Matter, conceptualized by Pooja Prasoon. Today's episode will be dealing with cyberbullying. Cyberbullying comes in various forms. It always doesn't mean hacking someone's profiles or posing to be someone else. It also includes posting negative comments about somebody or spreading rumors to defame someone or actions to manipulate or harass others. मित्रांनो, साधा आपण प्रवास करताना किंवा मुलांना बाहेर पाठवताना नेहमी सांगतो की बाहेर कोणी काही दिलं तर खाऊ नका, कोणाशी अनोळखी माणसाशी बोलू नका. पण ज्यावेळेला आपण मोबाईल सारखी गोष्ट की जी कोणाशीही कनेक्ट करू शकते अशी आपण मुलांच्या हातात देतो किंवा आपणही वापरतो, तर त्याच्या आपण कनेक्ट करून आपण काय त्याच्याने आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम्स ओढवू शकतो ह्याचा अवेअरनेसच आपल्यामध्ये नाहीये कदाचित, म्हणून आपण इतक्या इझिली आपणही हाताळतोय आणि मुलांना सुद्धा देतोय. तर आज आपल्यामध्ये आहेत विकास नाईक सर, की जे गेल्या 24 वर्षांपासून सायबर सिक्युरिटी म्हणजे कदाचित 24 वर्षांपूर्वी सायबर सिक्युरिटी हे लोकांना माहिती सुद्धा नव्हतं, अशा काळापासून ते सायबर सिक्युरिटी वरती काम करता आहेत. आणि त्यांनी नुसतं ते स्वतः फ्रीलान्सिंग काम करत नसून ते पोलीस डिपार्टमेंटचे ट्रेनर सुद्धा झालेले आहेत. त्यांचं कार्य ह्या क्षेत्रात खूप मोठं आहे. तर मी त्यांना इथे वेलकम करते. प्लीज वेलकम विकास.
हॅलो
हॅलो
हॅलो ऑल.
Yes. Vikas sir, can you start by explaining the scope of cyber threats and cyberbullying and why these issues are becoming increasingly important in today's digital age?
I'll start with today's increasingly important side. Why I'll tell you. So today everything is on mobile. I don't think so. I remember I am lucky to live both the side. I was at the age when the books were in our hand, and when I'm growing to a certain age, from the mid of exactly after 25 years of my age, the digitalization started happening, and in last 10 years it has exploded like anything. So anything you do today, right from bus booking to your food ordering to I can name it. Earlier, whatever you used to do physically,
Yes, that
right from walking to the grocery and getting something, today you are doing everything online.
Yes.
And that has dramatically saved our timing, but we have got equally dependent on all these applications and all this. So I will not say we are running through the journey. The things have been exploding towards us. It is not at a very gentle pace. It is at a very high speed which is coming to us.
Mm-hmm.
That is one part. And secondly, when you talk about cyber threats, any technology you name it, it's a two-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
It has got benefits, it has got disadvantages. Now it's depending upon the individual and its mindset, how they want to use it for the benefit. And if it's for the benefit, is it by threatening others' existence? Is that what they are getting benefited, or it is by what? So it all started, I think so, the word of cyberbullying was already existing in European nations, and I think so UK as well as US, they have got this all thing a part of a student policy, a written policy, guidelines that what will be considered as bullying and what action will be taken against the student who is doing this. and there are certain level of on the very different level, which is also a part of their act and law. Whereas in India, these things are not there at par with what they are at. So cyberbullying in India is, I should say, it will mature in a growing time, because today we are too casual about bullying. Anything comes into our mind, we just express it in the name of freedom of speech and etc. And that is what we don't even know that it is bullying. Like if you say there is a war going on in Twitter, anyone who expresses their opinion, and then there is a lot of trolling. The word is from bullying to trolling. It keeps on happening, and the threats are in multiple level, and it goes on for hours. And sometimes even government or the police has to intervene to get it down, so that because the bitterness is so high that it cannot be handled by the public.
Right.
So that is happening. That is trolling and bullying. So bullying, I will say, like, it is happening in internet. You just have to be present in the digital world. You have to express your opinion, and people are benefited by bullying also. I will not name the actress, but actress turned politician, in fact.
Yes.
So she is the one who enjoys that kind of attention. As soon as there is some bullying or trolling, she makes the most out of it positively. So there are people who have ensured that bullying also happens in the positive, affects their career positively. And there are people who get so so scared that, I will say, out of 100%, 50% of the people who get so insecure, they try to get away from the digital world. They try to isolate from the digital world. This is not a solution. 30% people get really angry kind of thing. Not 30, 50% will get 100% angry. Like, how did they say about it? I just made a remark. So they cannot handle that kind of stress or that kind of wordings which has come from the other party. And roughly around 25-30% of the people are like, they are like, okay, this has been done, so I have to be little aware. They are not very comfortable, but they are not angry, not they are scared. So they try to improvise. So that is the kind of approach you need to put in the today's world. When you are expressing, there are certain kind of negative expressions can come from within your friends group or what it is. So it depends, like how do you take it? It depends upon the individual, how sensitive that person is, who is present on the digital world, where the bullying words comes into play.
Okay. What are some of the most common cyber threats that individuals, particularly young people, face online?
One is all that photographs they keep on taking and posting on the Instagram for their popularity. There is one kind of trolling and bullying happens. Okay, some jealous people will try to express the negative side of the entire picture, or express the jealousy part of it, so that the popularity gets little disturbed, or the person gets little psychologically disturbed, etc., etc. So that is one thing which is happening a lot. Second is if you are having some opinion, especially the political opinions, they are getting trolled a lot. So you have to be very careful what you are posting on the political opinion, and whether the words and language are good enough, so that it doesn't go on the very negative side, or you don't get trolled for that, or defamed for that, or something like that. Third is one of the career-based and gambling. This kind of things are very much happening, which is dreadful for the young generation. Is all about comfort. Today's generation. I remember there was a very popular movie called Roti Kapda Makan, which our parents ensured that we watch it.
Right.
Okay. Then Zamana came, Roti Kapda Makan or Thodi Si Masti, which is our, I think so, age group. And now, my children and I think so, they are all not about, they know Roti Kapda Makan, everything is taken care. We are all about Masti.
Yes.
And jitni sasti masti utni badi cheese.
So
they are all about comfort and masti today. So bullying will come naturally. Bullying personalities will be attracted to this kind of generation. They want to troll them. They want to make their presence felt, like, boss, you are nothing, sort of thing, Again, it is all about psychology. But these guys are very carefree about what to. We were very sensitive. We were morally binded by our parents. What should we do? How should we act? In the society, in the classroom, with the teachers, with the elders, be it our family members or others, etc. No matter how much we train them, these guys are like, okay, fine, you said it, but we have got a different opinion. So, their comfort is everything. And when the word comfort comes, So they will express freely. When they are expressing freely, the other parties will also be expressing freely. So in that expression, that bullying can take to a different level. Bullying can come to a different level. So that is one thing I will say. These are the threats which is common among the certain age group, that is 18 to 25 and all this thing. It is also ahead, but little less. I have found this in the teenage a lot.
Okay. How can someone recognize the signs of cyberbullying, whether they are a victim or a witness?
Witness is that, for example, you are in their friend circle, you are a part of that thread, or somebody has escalated that thing, that particular thread in your WhatsApp group or any other social group, wherever you are party to it. So you can be a witness to it. Whether it is a part, you are a part of bullying or not. Most of the times, I will quote a case over here. One of my friends has posted something recently on the political side, staying from America. Immediately there were the other people who were not supporting that particular party, threatened him, bullied him, harassed him, and said, "You can kiss your American dream goodbye if you don't take down this post." Whereas he just expressed. You can call a person at certain level, you can degrade his senses to another level, but you have to ensure that you cannot take a part of the entire para what that person has quoted and troll him or make him look foolish. He has quoted these points, and these points are really mattering in today's world, in the current scenario. And he got literally bullied. So what happened was, when he saw that threat, that is where he realized that I have to take it down. Before that, when he was getting bullied, I told him, "Boss, you have to start answering." I wanted to his notice and said, "You please start answering it." So he said, forget it, yeah. I have expressed, let them express. So he was not able to understand that they were bullying him. But when they threatened his existence only, then he had to understand, this has gone beyond my hands, so he has to take it down.
Right.
So this is one of the examples. There are many such examples.
Okay. Then what are the preventive measures to avoid this kind of bullying or whatever?
Now, if I talk about preventive measures, it's heartbreaking for today's generation. They are saying ये तो हमारे को पर्दे में रखना चाहता है. इसके ऊपर भी ट्रोलिंग हो सकता है. But I will express it very clearly. I'll tell you. So one is, if there are n number of sites. There are WhatsApp is there is Facebook, there is Instagram. These are the most common. There's Twitter, which is renamed to X. Once the other party has taken over. Now all this social media is where you exchange your views, where you express your views, and then there is a thread of comments which is following. Now to prevent, you can ensure that whenever you are having such accounts, you have two different accounts. One is your personal account, so that nobody can get over your nerves or bully you so much that you have to take down your personal account which you have farmed. I will use the word farm for last so many years, nurtured like a plant, etc. And then all to know that somebody is bullying and you are trying to isolate yourself. So I'll ask you to keep your two different accounts. One is your personal account, where you are very, very conscious, where all of your things are, where privacy settings at its highest, so that nobody can directly attack you. The family members, whosoever, friends, family, relatives, whosoever, that those circles are your close circle. They will not misuse anything against you. In fact, they are the people who will support you forever. You should be ensuring, and only those people should be a part of that particular account. And rest, whosoever, whosoever can send a friend request, they like your opinion, or they want to comment in your opinion, etc., etc. You can keep it. But I will say, even in that also, you keep those privacy settings, and you have to archive all those things so that it is not publicly available, so that out of the blue somebody later on goes to your past postings and starts commenting and brings it to life again. So that could be literally dangerous. So there are options in Facebook, Instagram, and you can restrict your past posts. So only it is effective whosoever is commented. Nobody can come back to over there. You can switch off the commenting. I think so. Recently they have started this option also. Who can post it? You can just post it and nobody. And even WhatsApp nowadays, you can create a group where only the people who are authorized only can post, and rest only will be viewer. Their comments are also not important. So such things can be brought into a picture where you cannot be told. But then it is a digital world. You have got digital prints everywhere. So it can happen. Somebody can take down your WhatsApp credentials, keep searching for you, and get back to your Facebook account, Instagram. Today is the world of AI also. So it can, you give it to the AI and it will tell this person is present so and so places also. So they might come around, but they will have to study for that. It will not be that easy. So preventive measures are already available by every social applications. It's all up to you. You just go through it, read it, and make yourself updated, and then decide what kind of settings is really important for your personal account and for the popular account, wherever you want to get popular content.
Right. Now, what are some of the safe online practices that users should adopt to safeguard their personal information and privacy?
As I said, this particular thing I covered in the preventive side only. Now, one is you keep your account private, which is really private, and one where you want to get popular, where you want to expose your talent, where you want to be getting viewed and appreciated or getting recognized, that should be totally different. So this is the best way to do it.
Okay.
But are you really ready for handling? A lot of people nowadays are having so much of digital account that they end up having the common password for everyone, because they don't know which password they have kept. Each and every time they do it, they try to reset it. The moment they reset it, they forget it and again resetting. So that it's easy for them. For example, myself, I have got 32 accounts. The 32 unique email unique passwords to be remembered is difficult. But then what I have done is I have enabled two-factor authentication. I have increased the security measures. Wherever there are extra level of protections, I have utilized that so that even if my password get compromised, it is not easy to get into my account. So there are certain second checks are there to have two-factor, multi-factor authentication, which stops it. And wherever these facilities are not there, which is a rare case these days, but there are new applications coming or some other application coming, which they don't give you 2FA. The simple username password. So simple username password, of course, definitely then you have to keep unique. Right. So that way your password base is there. You have to change the password, of course, at least once in a year. Because there are a lot of application-based passwords these days which are stored in your mobile phone, and any one of the application gets compromised or you fail to update your mobile phone, there is a chance of leakage and these things get hijacked. Where any unknown app you have downloaded, that has got the power to get into your other folders, etc. Wherever the password is, it can get hijacked. So these are the threats which are kept on happening in the earlier past also, and even today it is the same thing. And in future also, with the help of AI and everything, it is going to get worse. So the better start practicing good things, a better cyber hygiene thing in your thing right now, and always whenever there is an update, please ensure what are the things getting updated. Please make a study on that, or subscribe to some of the channels which are very prompt with this kind of update. These updates are there. So in that way you are promptly getting updated instead of reading the literature. Somebody is voicing out their thing and guiding you. But don't be too dependent on the voice also, because there could be a little leftovers. Not everything can be covered. So getting it done that promptly. So having a reading habit of what all things are getting updated, it will always be beneficial.
Just don't
automatically update. And no, automatically you will update, because there are certain features in the thing. If you don't update, the insecurity will start pulping inside. So instead of that, you update it. But once you update, what exactly are those updates? How it is going to, what security level updates have come, what kind of other updates have come, wherever I have configured my security that is compromised. Because most of the updates, sometimes you have configured 5 years back, but there are several updates which has happened where all your that security updates is washed out, and you are not even aware of it. So have a habit of reviewing your security side at least once in 3 months, or if you are too lazy, once in 6 months. But don't be more lazier than once in a year, else it's of no use. Because I can beg, every month we are having updates. You name an application, I can bet every month there is an update for mobile phone. Every month there is an update for application. So once in a 3 months should be minimal practice. If you are very good, once in a month is a really good cyber hygiene practice.
Okay. If someone encounters a cyber threat such as hacking or phishing, what immediate steps should they take to mitigate the damage?
Mitigate that. I mean, one is the very first thing, you escalate this complaint immediately to the cyber portal given by Government of India.
Okay.
Secondly, whatever things, whatever backup you can get it done, you should have a practice of backing up, because most of the people are dependent on data today. They are very carelessly dependent on data, I will say. Earlier we used to take several backups. Nowadays it's a mobile record, so it's okay.
Right.
But tomorrow it can be something goes wrong. All this data can be turned against you. So you should be having a hygiene practices, which I missed out in the earlier question, is that take a regular backups, keep only data which is relevant,
Okay.
and not all the data.
Okay.
There are cloud backups, extra protection can be done. Okay. When you talk about phishing and smishing attack, there are lot of portals of bank. For example, phishing and these things happens usually to compromise your data or to compromise your financial things. So whenever there is a financial loss, immediately you have to approach to the ombudsman of that bank, etc. Report them, tell that these things happen, so that the damage could be minimized.
Right.
Or if you are lucky, the damage could be reverted also. So the financial losses can be recovered. There are cases where banks have rewarded the person all the fraud amount or certain level of fraud amount because they were prompt enough. Okay. So the key is to promptness. Don't keep on discussing. Lot of people, whenever they are victimized, they go on discussion. They try to get hold of a person who is technologically sound. Please, I had. Then that guy will escalate to somebody else, try to play his role of hero or whatever, whatever he can prove that he's good enough, content enough to resolve all these issues. So those things, those delay can really be troublesome. So I would want, instead of that, you keep certain thing first aid at your handy side. So there are sites which guides you, especially done by Cyber Government of India. There is something called Cyber Kavach which is started by Government of India. You should be able to get into that, do that, download those Cyber Kavach, run it on your mobile phone and check out whether something is compromised or not. If a phishing is done, it is okay. By phishing, if something ransomware kind of thing happens, it's a very dreadful thing. So there are anti-phishing kind of exercises which you can participate and play for yourself. If you're working in an IT company or a banking financial domain, any PSFI segment, all these people are already having phishing activities, a simulated phishing activity going on, one of their employees where they become alert what to attend and what not. But this has gone beyond only email. This has come to the SMS level, that is called smishing. That has come to the voice level. These days, recently, I think so, today morning somebody called me up and they said your parcel is getting stuck with FedEx and it has got an attention of a customs and also the narcotic division. So plus one to get in touch. I just heard and I just do because I belong to this fraternity for a long time. So I know these are the frauds. But there is one of our other person whom I know 2 months earlier. She became a victim to this fraud, and when she paid the first payout, then she realized, oh shit, why should I pay? Okay, there was one more incident where one of the senior citizens were due, where they tried to portray themselves as a Delhi police and wearing a uniform and all, everything, tried to threaten him and etc. etc. Luckily, that way it escalated to me, and I asked him to ignore totally. So it is going beyond phishing. People are using the technology at the best. Now since artificial intelligence is coming, they might be studying your psychology in such a way that they know, to make him victim is difficult in this pattern. So they will study where they can make me victim. So they will keep trying.
So your behavior is monitored.
Yes, in digital world, everything is getting monitored. There is no such thing that you say, even this will come on the harsh side, no matter how much privacy settings you do it on your mobile phone application, anything, some loopholes will be left out and that can be used as exploit against you.
So how important is digital literacy and education in preventing cyber threats and bullying, and what role can schools and parents play in this?
digital literacy has become must. Like I remember, I don't know this year the school's portion now, but we had some community living and moral science. So I think so there has to be digital literacy introduced right from that age. How much screen time, how much is enough, where you should be turning off, where the curiosity has to be killed in a very subtle manner rather than in a very harsh manner.
Means the moment you give the mobile,
the moment I don't no more giving. I think so. The child, as soon as they find your mobile idle, they will take it.
Yes.
Or there are certain parents who are super enthusiastic. They will right away. I think so. Third, fourth standard only they will award an iPhone to the child and want them to digitally get acquainted, etc. In the name of security, so that they can get in touch. Single child, it's very difficult to raise. And earlier there was joint family. There, if you move out for your career, there was somebody to take care of your child. Now, digital mobile is the only way. You give it to child and say, if something happens, dial us. And till that they are giving. But is the child really restricting themselves for that much use or going beyond it? Nobody is checking. So parental controls on those digital things should be tuned in. And parents also needs a certain level of best practices to be given so that they are updated, so that they keep on the checks, knowingly, unknowingly, etc. They educate their child that we need this kind of information from your side, else we won't be able to help. And be really open rather than there are many parents who say like हम तो नहीं किए, हम नहीं किए, हमारे parents अच्छे थे, हम थोड़े ज़्यादा sincere थे और डरे हुए थे. अभी के बच्चे they are very open. It's a free world. Motivate them and ask them to come back. With any kind of problem, parents should be the first friends. They should be approaching rather than their friends. If they are not approaching, we need to correct ourselves. Because we at any given cost will not want anything bad to happen to our children. Rather than, I don't say that there are no such friends. The friends are there. But we as a parent should be little open up. We need to, the digital literacy and education for cyber awareness for the children, especially the young parents, has to be on a very different level.
What advice would you give to someone who wants a support to support a friend or family member who is dealing with cyber bullying or cyber threat?
The very first, people will curse me to use this sentence. As I train police for a long time, I will say as you approach your parents first, which could be a bullying kind and a harassing kind, there's like a television drama coming in the family at that time, the words, etc. I've been witnessing this. But again, I will say, parents first, in the school, teachers first, and parents jointly. But in the normal course, police first. But police first, I am laughing because half of my police will curse me, ये सब मेरा काम बढ़ाने वाला है. But I'll tell you, there are cyber cell now in place where specialized officers play their role very effectively, and they are really soothing, other than the conventional policing. Of course, you will hear some negative words also, rejections also, because they are like, they cannot tolerate how foolish. We were not having education and we are alert. How can you, having all the best of the things, you are acting so foolish? So that is, but then police are accommodating. They might end up saying this thing, but they know they will stand for it. So that is the first thing. Then there are online complaints also where people are very scared to go to police, or where they have heard about the negative approach of the police or parents or their teachers or their friends that they are victimized. There is an online complaint center by Government of India, and also they have given one helpline number also, which is available on the government CSK government cyber coverage, cyber swatch, I think so, gov.in. So you can go to those websites and you can take the best help from there. So there could be a first response. But I will say, no matter what, you should take and very open and honest with any of these three people, that is teachers in the school, parents at home, and police in the community. Else, if you try to twist it, if you try to give half truth, I tell you, police can easily smell it. This is not a full truth.
Right.
So it becomes difficult for us to go ahead and give you the justice what you're seeking, sort of thing. So very easiest thing what they do is when you approach is takedown. Takedown should not be there. We will say the justice has to play a role where a set of example can be done that if you do this kind of thing, you can go behind the bars for such a long period.
Right.
So conviction should happen.
Right.
But then parents or the children or this thing and the kind of society we are living, it is so bullish already that it is very easy to get on the negative side of the society. So and मैं हमेशा बोलता था पहले इंडिया में आप कितना भी 10 अच्छा काम करो या 99 अच्छा काम करो, आपको आपके बुरे काम के लिए लोग हमेशा याद करेंगे. So welcome to India. No matter what Sri Ram did good, those morals will be spoken by many people. But what did he do wrong is that he quit his wife. That is gonna be elaborated. That is gonna so कहाँ से पुरुषोत्तम हो गए? तो who are we to challenge his पुरुषोत्तम and everything? That is not that one. So when gods of these nations are not left, you are just humans. You are just citizens. You will never be left. And I remember हमारे परिवार वाले भी कम नहीं है. वो भी हमारे गलतियों को उछल के बोलेंगे. बड़े होने के बाद अभी मैं बाप बन गया, मेरे को याद है मेरी माँ अभी भी बोलती है अरे वो नहीं करना. मैं बोला यार हो गया यार, मतलब I am already a parent. So in India bullying is common, I will say. Cyber bullying is a new term.
Yes.
Luckily I think so parents are not bullying on the online. But the word bullying is समझ देना, so that you don't go off the grid. So I will say
maybe so. I think our kids handle bullying efficiently, and that is why more.
they are more matured. We were
More
crying
of
babies
bullying.
who would come and
They are
complain to
afraid.
our parents. मेरे को आज ऐसा बोला, मेरे को ट्यूशन नहीं जाना, मुझे ये प्ले ग्रुप नहीं जाना है, मुझे ऐसे दोस्त नहीं चाहिए. We were very complaining guys. These guys will really quit. They will find another group very easily. But when they quit, there could be a repercussion. In our time, since every child was morally bound to answer the elders, they felt accountable for their doings. Today's kids, they are not morally accountable for anything. I think so. The true term of free India is coming to live in this generation, I think so. I don't know about our generation.
Okay, so are there any legal frameworks or reporting mechanisms in place to help victims of cyberbullying and cyber threats? And how can individuals access these resources?
See, very firstly, again I'll say, tell, like now as in the European, UK and America, every school has got their cyberbullying and every reporting thing on their own website. They've got a counseling center in their own schools if something like this happens. Now in India, we might have certain kind of things in the higher level of premium schools. I don't think so it is applicable to all schools, first. Second, police is the best means legal entity. We have got ITN, which is in very healthy level, which is being utilized.
Okay.
There are a lot of demands by the people who want extra sections, but ITN, whatever section is content enough to handle any kind of cyberbullying if it is going off the grid. Police is in place. IPC section also are having certain level of things under arrangement. POSCO is also in place, I believe. No? So these all acts are content enough to handle this kind of cases. So legal framework is in place, but practice is lacking. Understanding is lacking. Awareness at a larger level is lacking. So if you come up with some series of lectures for parents, for the students, for the school teachers, and train them, I think so we will make a better digital society, and digital literacy will be at its peak, where all these things can be taken care of at the instant snap of the finger. Though not as said, but of course not as delayed what we are facing practically.
So with the fast pace of technological change, how can individuals stay updated on the latest cybersecurity threats and best practices?
Best practices, now it is your responsibility. As you are interviewing me, I will tell that you start a series of lectures where they could subscribe. They have a source where they could come back and get themselves updated. This is my suggestion to you guys. And best is, see, internet today is there available at a tip of your palm, not a finger, at your palm, because it is held by the palm. And if you see, you put one keyword, there are 100 things. Now you have to genuinely see who is guiding and who is misguiding. There are a lot of people who can misguide also. So you have to do the study. So if you are very much concerned about best practices, hygiene, Government of India websites are there where cyber such programs have been run, where they have given all the hygiene things. Facebook, Instagram, all the social media, they are also releasing a lot of updates, how you should practice good things for the better side, etc. Similarly, other social app, but you should have the patience to go through it at least once in a week, whichever applications you are running. Not educate yourself as a whole, but whatever applications you are running, you should go make a little search. You got 24 hours. If you remove 16 hours, and remaining 8 hours, at least 1 hour or half an hour should be fair enough for your cyber hygiene, for your own health. As you say, 1 hour for your gym.
Yes.
So I think so. Same is for this. You put half an hour for yourself.
So finally, Vikas sir, what is your key message to our listeners about the importance of being vigilant against cyber threats and bullying, and what steps can they take right now to enhance their digital safety?
2 words: beware, be aware.
Okay.
2 words:
Yes.
beware, be aware. These are the 2 words I'll give. This is the key takeaway from me.
Okay.
Nothing you can trust on the digital. One for sure. Nothing is private in the digital. The word privacy is just a mere illusion.
Okay.
Anything can be hacked, no matter what, how secured everything. Lot of the best people have compromised.
Yes.
Sony, who are good with their IPR, technology, advancement, everything, they got compromised.
Right.
And they got affected
Yes.
badly. So, when these corporate people who have that kind of money to spend on the cyber security, they get compromised. We are just small human beings, like how much? Peck of a dust, right? So we can get compromised if we don't practice it. So, and secondly, this technology comes with a burden of money, and so you will require to upgrade your phone every 3 years because it gets absolute after 3 to 4 years. At the max 5 years. Your desktops and laptop has got a life of 3 to 5 years. You have to upgrade because beyond that, those technology and those security and all those things doesn't get accommodated in it. So, for all these things, I think so. I said it: beware and be aware. So, if you are aware, you know where to be where. So they both are complementary.
Right. So I think the key to all this discussion is that first thing is that don't trust anyone on the digital world. Yes, on the digital world. Secondly, you be aware of different
Technology,
and
threats,
technology, and of
etc.
course, keep updating yourself and the technology too. And third thing is reporting to the concerning people,
Right,
parents, family, or whatever authority, or the police. Thank you, Vikas.
Or the police, please do the police.
Okay.
Police is friendly, police is not harsh. You should get away from all that films and television kind of what they portray police in the negative frame. Police have gone beyond that and they're very mature, they're very consoling with these kind of cases. So ensure that you go to police. They are the friendly neighborhood outside.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Vikas sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इनटू द वॉइस विस्टा पॉडकास्ट। आप और भी इंटरेस्टिंग शो सुन सकते हैं thevoicevista.in पर। ये शो कॉन्सेप्चुअलाइज किया है पूजा प्रसून ने, प्रोड्यूस किया है द वॉइस विस्टा ने। गेस्ट कोऑर्डिनेशन में हमारे साथ रही सुनीता जी चौहान। डिजाइन किया है टीम क्रिएटर्स डेन ने। साथ ही एडिटिंग और प्रोडक्शन के लिए धन्यवाद टीम लर्निंग बी को। प्रोमो वॉइस दिया है राहुल ढोले ने। लाइक, फॉलो और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।